welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 most dangerous viruses and bacteria in the world. Get ready to discover these microorganisms and how they can affect our health. The invisible enemy is here, ready to cause chaos. And the scariest part, they are constantly changing. The threat is real and we need to be aware. Let's dive deep into the microscopic world and meet the 10 deadliest today. In 10th place, coming straight from Southeast Asia, we have the Nipah virus. Just imagine, a cute little fruit bat feeding on contaminated fruit. It leaves its droppings full of virus. Then comes the human, harvesting and eating these dates. It's the perfect recipe for disaster. Nipah can also be spread from person to person. And the symptoms: fever, headache, and in severe cases, coma. Meet MRSA, short for methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, a bacteria that laughs in the face of danger. Remember penicillin? MRSA shrugs it off. It causes skin infections, pneumonia, and widespread infections. And the worst part? It spreads easily. In hospitals, it infects patients with weak immune systems. Prevention is the best strategy. Wash your hands and use hand sanitizer. Get your personal protective equipment ready because in 8th place, we have hantavirus, an enemy that hides in the dust. Picture this. You're cleaning that dusty little room that hasn't seen the light of day in years. Suddenly, you inhale dust particles contaminated with urine, droppings, or saliva from infected rats. That's it. You may have just welcomed hantavirus. The initial symptoms are tricky: fever, body aches, headache, chills. It even seems like a really bad flu. But in a short time, the situation can worsen, leading to difficulty breathing, fluid buildup in the lungs, and, in more severe cases, death. In 7th place, we enter the dark world of the human gut to meet Clostridium difficile, or C. diff. This opportunistic bacteria takes advantage of the fragility of our digestive system, especially after prolonged use of antibiotics, to cause a rather unpleasant intestinal infection. Just imagine diarrhea that won't stop, intense abdominal cramps, fever, nausea, and vomiting. It's like your gut is in an eternal struggle, and C. diff is winning. In severe cases, it can lead to severe dehydration, inflammation of the intestine, and even the need for surgery. But calm down, not all is lost. Prevention involves simple but effective measures. Wash your hands well with soap and water, especially after using the bathroom and before meals, and use antibiotics only with medical guidance. Remember, antibiotics are not candy. Their indiscriminate use can open the doors for C. diff and cause a real ruckus in your gut. In 6th place, we come to the dreaded Ebola virus, one of the deadliest in the world, known to cause a devastating hemorrhagic fever. The mere mention of its name evokes images of epidemics, quarantines, and high-security treatment units, and with good reason. Ebola transmission occurs through direct contact with bodily fluids of infected people, such as blood, vomit, saliva, and urine. Initial symptoms, such as high fever, headache, vomiting, and diarrhea, can be easily confused with other diseases, which makes early diagnosis a challenge. In 5th place, we go back in time to meet an old acquaintance of humanity, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, the bacteria responsible for tuberculosis. This ancient disease, which has plagued entire civilizations, still represents a global threat today, infecting millions of people every year. Tuberculosis, my friends, is a treacherous disease. Transmission occurs mainly through the air, through coughing, sneezing, or talking by infected people. The bacteria lodge in the lungs, causing a persistent cough, fever, night sweats, weight loss, and fatigue. If not treated in time, tuberculosis can spread to other organs, such as bones, kidneys, and brain, causing irreversible damage. Get ready to take flight towards 4th place, where we find the avian influenza virus, a silent enemy hiding in migratory birds. The virus mutates, becoming capable of infecting humans. Transmission occurs through direct contact with infected birds, with symptoms such as high fever, cough, and can progress to viral pneumonia and death. We've reached our top 3 with Neisseria meningitidis, a bacterium that causes terror by invading the central nervous system and causing meningococcal meningitis. This disease, my friends, is swift and relentless and can lead to death within hours if not treated in time. Meningococcal meningitis is transmitted through close contact with infected people, mainly through saliva. Kissing, coughing, sneezing, and sharing personal items such as glasses and cutlery can be enough to spread the bacteria. Initial symptoms such as high fever, severe headache, stiff neck, nausea, and vomiting can be mistaken for other illnesses, which delays diagnosis and increases the risk of complications. Acinetobacter baumannii is a multi-drug resistant bacterium. Infection can cause pneumonia, wound infections, sepsis, and in severe cases, multiple organ failure. Acinetobacter baumannii can survive on hospital surfaces for long periods. Thorough cleaning is essential to prevent its spread. The best way to combat infection is through rigorous infection control and hygiene measures. And we've reached the top of our ranking with the champion of the year, the virus that needs no introduction, SARS-CoV-2, responsible for COVID-19. This virus, which turned the world upside down in 2020, continues to be a global threat, even with scientific advances and vaccination campaigns. SARS-CoV-2 is a mutating virus, constantly evolving. New variants, more contagious and potentially more lethal, emerge all the time, challenging scientists and healthcare systems around the world. The pandemic has shown us that global health is fragile and that collaboration between countries is essential to face this type of challenge. So, folks, what did you think of this list? Did you get chills down your spine? The microscopic threat is real, but we can't panic. Information is key to prevention. Knowing the enemies and protecting ourselves is the first step to defeating them. Share this video and spread the knowledge. See you next time.